Cheers, Sarah. I'm guessing you can see my screen now. Excellent. That's fine. Well, good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us. My name's Ross. I'm the membership manager for the Dundee and Angus Chamber, and we're going to have a quick look at the new website. So we're really excited to have it launched now. It's been a long time coming, really, for us. It's taken about 12 months of planning and endless meetings and project work, but we're delighted to now have it launched. And for anyone that's used the old website or remembers the old website, it's really like going from like a teletext style system to a really fresh, modern new website. So it's great. It looks so much better. It performs excellent, and most importantly, it should give you members much more control, access, and benefits than ever before. So I'll just show you a couple of quick things, then I'm going to hand over to Sarah again, and then I'm going to have a wee look at some other things afterwards as well. Any questions, just feel free to jump in or put a question in the chat. So hopefully you've all had a chance to have a look at the website itself now. Like I say, the first thing that you'll notice is that it is very visually appealing, certainly compared to the last site. The website is, before you're logged in, is sort of information led. So, you know, you can find out information about membership, about our international services, read the news, events. But it's not until you actually log in to your member dashboard is when you could really start doing a little bit more. So that's probably the first thing that I would say, is that you need to be logged in. If anybody's having any trouble with that, please just let us know and we'll do our best to help you. It's worth saying that your old password for logging into the old website won't work with the new website, so you have to create a new password. We've sent some emails out and we've tried to help a lot of members so far with that, but anybody that's struggling to get in, just let us know and we'll get you in one way or the other. So once you get signed in, you'll be presented with your member dashboard. So this is like your central hub, if you like, for all things Dundee and Angus Chamber. You can do all sorts of stuff here, but what I'm going to take a quick look at just now is these bits here over on the left hand side. Now, it's worth saying that we have different permissions available, so you can either be an admin of your account, or you can be an employee effectively of your account, and depending on your permission level, which is set by whoever the admin person is, depends on what you can see here. So for example, if you're an admin user, you will have access to update your organization details. And these are the details that will appear in our business directory. So, you know, everything from your short description, says what you do, the number of employees, your logo, details of your membership itself. All this kind of thing is available to the admin user, and this is where you can update it. You can also find your login details for the Quest HR legal and tax service that we provide as well. So it's a one-stop shop, effectively, everything that you need all in one place. Underneath that, you can also look at the organization users. So this is anyone else that you want to have access to the chamber account. So as you can see here with us, we've got various members of staff here. You can change their permissions yourself. You can send the link to reset the password. And of course, you can add new members as well. So it's now much more streamlined and much easier than it ever was before. So we would love to encourage any members who have access to this to add in your colleagues, because the chamber membership is for everyone in your business, not just one or two. It really is for everyone, and the more you can add, the better. You can also view your invoices here as well. So this is a really important feature that we now have. This was after listening to a lot of our members. You know, we have invoices for events, for our export services, for your membership, for room hire. So we now have it all in one place, and particularly for those that do international services and have lots and lots and lots of documents and lots of invoices, this can be a really handy feature, just to have all your invoices in one place. Sarah's going to talk about signing up to be a contributor and some of these things here. I just wanted to very quickly touch on the difference between your organisation profile, which we've looked at up here, and your personal profile. So down at the bottom, you'll also see manage your profile. And this is where you can actually update your, I don't want to say personal details, but your personal profile that sits within the chamber. So you can do all sorts here, from adding your Twitter and LinkedIn. You can put your picture on there. You can change your password if need be. But again, all this information is going to sit within the business directory. So members, once they're logged in, will be able to see this information. And you really want to make this looking as best as possible. You can change your notifications settings here as well. So if you want emails about discussion posts and connection requests, which Sarah's going to talk to us a wee bit about just in a minute. And it's really just very self-explanatory, really. Just make sure your profile's up to date. Always looks better with a picture. And importantly as well, we've got the manager consent here. So as you'll probably know, we send various emails out for all the different types of services that we do. You may or may not want to get them all, so that's totally fine. You can choose here in your consent which ones that you are interested in, and you can update these at any time. So please be sure to go in and update that, because things like events, for example, you'll want to receive our weekly email to tell you what events are coming up. So there are just a few things you can do on the new website. We've got some pretty cool things over here that Sarah's going to talk to us about now. So I will stop sharing my screen and pass over to Sarah.
Thanks, Ross. Excuse me. Okay, give me 2 seconds while I share my screen. Okay, hopefully you can all see me on the submit your news article page on the website. Before we got to kind of start on the website design, we got together with quite a few of the members and kind of formed a little bit of a focus group, just to get ideas from them as to what they wanted the ability to do in the new website. So a lot of this has actually come from our users and our members, the options to have more control over your membership. A lot of people would send us in their news articles by email, but not everybody in the organisation knew how to do it or what email address to send it to, the same with events. So having everything within the dashboard means that you can really kind of utilise it and promote, kind of you and your business. Anything that you're getting up to, awards that you're receiving, all that kind of stuff within the dashboard here. So we feel it's quite an easy and kind of straightforward form to complete. All of this information will be pulled through onto the website once you've submitted it. Once you submit it, it gets sent through for approval. We just kind of double check that everything's pulled through correctly and the images look okay. Before we then publish it online. So you can see down here, if you've got an embargoed article, you can set the publish date in advance and it'll go live then. A short paragraph about your article, what sectors it relates to. It might be all, it might be just some of them. Your main article then goes in here, and then you can then upload images as well. Anything that you think we should know to set up your article, you can pop down there. That doesn't obviously pull through onto the article, but it's just anything that you think we should know. Once you've filled in all those details, you can actually preview it so you can see what it will look like on the website before you submit it. And then when you're happy with it, you just submit it, and we'll get a notification to say that we've got an article that's been submitted. We'll review it. You'll get an email to say that it's been approved, and then it'll appear on the website. So you can see here, these are the articles that we've received over the last couple of days. Within the news, you can filter them by sectors. So we've got a couple of different sectors down here, and you can also filter it by tags as well. So the tags are something that don't relate to the sectors and don't relate to the business itself. So we've got some articles that are just specific to Angus. We've got some articles that are specific to transport. We've got some articles that are specific to investment. So you can filter by the tags down here as well on the news items. So your news can be what have we got so far? So we've got the Malting House finalist in 2 categories. We've got Audio Outsource, who are launching a new accessibility service. It's just really anything that you know you feel the region should know about you and your business, what you're getting up to, what you're doing. I guess the only caveat to that would be that it's not a sales kind of platform really. This is more a you know, a kind of news. If you've got blogs that you want to put out as well that you're doing yourself, then it can be used for that. The other option you've got here is, sorry, I'm not getting, lacking the ability to see all my tabs, typical. So you've also got the option to submit an event, any events that you've got coming up. We can list them for you. One thing to say with the news and events is that whatever you send to us and we publish on the website will also be shared across our social media channels. So we're on LinkedIn, Facebook and Twitter, and that's just another you know, kind of means to getting your message out there really. So again, the submit your event is just another form. We need your name, the location. If the location's not there, you can pop down your own location details, your start date and time. Again, if you don't want your event to go live just now, you can set it in the future and it won't go live until then. We've got the start time, the to time. Again, what sectors it relates to. If it's just a very specific sector, then you can choose 1 or 2. If it's relevant to everybody, then you can just leave it as all. And then what kind of event it is. So if it's entertainment, if it's training, if it's networking, you can choose the category down there. The cost. If it's free, stick in free. If there's a cost to it, that information I'll pull through as well. And then the same as the news, we've got the short paragraph and the full description. You can pop down an agenda if you've got one. The booking link is obviously the URL. If you've just taken invitations and RSVPs via email, you can also pop down your email address there. If it's a free event and people can just turn up, then you can just click that booking link not available, and that'll just mean that there won't be a, you know, attend the event button on the website, and in the description, you know, people will know that they can just turn up. Again, you've got your images, so your main event images, and then any other images that you want to accompany that, and then you just submit the event down there, and that will show up on the events and training page, which is down here. So you can see here we've got the little C which distinguishes it as a chamber event, and we've got the little M that distinguishes it as a member event. If it's a chamber event, you'll see we've got spaces available. If it's a member event, we don't know how many spaces you've got available, so that little button doesn't come up there. But you'll see here the date, where it's being held, whether it's online, whether it's at a venue, and then you'll have the option to sign up to events, member events, chamber events, through the events page as well. Next thing I'm going to go on to are the community posts. So previously you might have known these as in your shoes, but the community posts now take in the A View from the Bridge, which are our kind of thought leadership articles. So you can sign up to be a contributor to either of these. You'll see here I've done 3 already. Some of them date back to before this application date. So again, it's just filling in a form really, quite a few forms on the website, but that's gathering all the details that we need to be able to submit it. So you just select whether it's in your shoes or A View from the Bridge, what date you would like to write it for. So the In Your Shoes starts every Monday, and the A View from the Bridge will go live on a Monday as well. And we've got a bit of a kind of calendar in the office. We'll check the availability. If that date's not available, we'll get back to you with a couple of options. And then you just write your bio, you know, a bit about you, who you are, what you do, and that kind of pulls through onto your profile page. And then you can upload your profile post image as well. Now that can be, you can upload the one that you've already got on your profile if you prefer, or you can use a different one. And then you just submit it. We'll get a notification through to say that you've signed up to be a contributor. We'll review it, and then we'll approve it. Once it's approved, you'll have your application stroke invite approved up here. And then what you can do is you can just come back into this. You can manage your intro, so you'll be able to manage your profile picture and your bio. And then when you're ready to write your article, you just come to here and write your article. So you can see here, I've got a few previous posts, and it's a similar form. You fill in your title, you fill in your content, you upload your image. If you want to have an image link, you can pop it in there and then you submit it. When you're doing a view from the bridge, you only need to do it once. When you're doing in your shoes, you need to do one per day. So you can do the in your shoes from Monday to Friday, or you can include the weekend as well if you've got some exciting things going on. So once we've done all that, once we've received everything, we'll review it and then have it go live on the Monday morning. And again, that gets shared on social media. So those of you who have not had anything on the In Your Shoes blog, then start using that sign up to be a contributor. It's a really, really good way of, you know, kind of getting yourself out there. Let me just show you down here. So it sits on the home page, and we've got all lovely smiley faces for our In Your Shoes contributors. So we pull through the last kind of 9 to 12 weeks contributors, and then you can obviously read everybody's by going here. So if we have a look at Fiona's, you'll see here, here's Fiona's bio. So this is what you put in your submission page. And then you can see here, you know, Fiona's got an image, and then our what she did on the Monday, and then our Tuesday. And like I say, that's shared on social media. Quite a lot of our contributors will pick it up. Their organisations will pick it up and share it as well. So it's, I think it's one of the biggest hitting pages on the website are our In Your Shoes blogs. So yeah, so start getting your applications in for being a contributor. We'd be delighted to receive them. The next thing is the connection requests. So historically, what the Chamber have done are kind of one-to-one introductions for members. And again, when we're doing the kind of user testing group, the members kind of said, well, you know, that's all very well, but who do I contact at the Chamber? How do I go about it? And they said, you know, look, actually, if you put the control back in our hands, then, you know, we'll be able to do it ourselves and make those connections with other members. So that's what we did. So when you go to make a connection, let me just search into the Chamber, and I'll show you our page. So, yeah, that's happened. Sorry, I'm putting it in the wrong side, the wrong one. That's the reason. So what you can do now, since going live and where we're at to date, there are I guess updates to the website that are going to be happening, you know, kind of on a regular basis. If you do find that something's not working, let us know. It might be something that we know about and is getting worked on in the back end. It might be something that we don't know about. So the search for contacts, I'm going to say was working. Yeah. If you know the person that you want to search for, say you've met them at a networking event and you know you want to search for them, you can put in their name and it'll show you what organisation they're in. So you can search them that way, or if you don't know their organisation, and sorry, if you don't know their name, can't remember their name, but you know they worked at, you know, the Chamber, then you can just search and then it will come up with that. So you can search either ways. Sorry, I think I've clicked on things too many times. So here we go. So this is obviously the Chamber's profile page. So when you're logged in as a member, you can view the contacts, you can view the contact information for a member. When you're not logged in, if you go to the directory and hover over the page, all you'll see is their short description. If you try and click on that, it will ask you to log in. And that's when you'll be able to access all this information. So you can see here, we've got all our colleagues. In time, what will happen is the job title will come up. So if you're looking to connect with somebody in HR or somebody in marketing within a certain organisation, then you'll be able to see who that relevant person is. So at the moment, if I wanted to connect with, I'm trying to think who I'm not actually connected with, Gemma McGregor. So we would go into Gemma. I'll request a connection. Gemma will get an email saying that somebody has requested a connection. It will show in her member dashboard, so she'll have a little 1 in a red circle up here. And then when she clicks on that link, it will show her who's trying to connect with her, and she'll be able to accept it. And then you'll have that connection made. Now, what that connection does is it enables you to access their contact details. So if I go to my connections, you can see here Gemma's pending. And then you can see your connections will come down here. So if I wanted to, say, get in touch with Ross, just click on Ross's information. And then I've now got access to Ross's details down here. So I can tweet him, I can see his tweets, I can connect with him on LinkedIn, but I can also email Ross as well. So because that person has made that connection with you, they're accepting, you know, the connection request, they're accepting the opportunity for you to start that conversation with them. So you can pick up their email address and say, you know, hi Ross, thanks very much for connecting with me on the member dashboard for the chamber. You know, wondered if you fancied grabbing a coffee or a virtual chat to discuss, you know, whatever it is that you wanted to discuss with them. So that's putting this kind of link to the other members back in your control. And it's a really, really, really good opportunity to start connecting with members. So that's the connection request. The last thing I'm going to discuss is the discussion board. So if we go back to the dashboard, you'll see on the dashboard the discussion updates. So these are the most recent updates that people have posted from the discussions, which is a handy way if you know that, you know, you've already commented in the sales and marketing from door to door, then you can just click on that. You don't have to go back into the discussion post and find that post, and you know the discussion updates are sitting quite handily there for you. But if you wanted to just have a view of them, you can either come to the view discussion board down here, or you can view the discussion board at the side menu here as well. So we've got quite a few topics: human resources, legal, leadership, health and safety, net zero. And this is just an opportunity for you as members to start up another conversation with people. If you've got, I don't know, if you found a really, you know, kind of inspiring and, you know, interesting article that you've seen that you feel other members may benefit from, you can pop it in there. If you've got a marketing query, you know, you can pop it in here. If you've got any IT or digital problems, you know, you're struggling to, I don't know, work out something, you know, on your website and whatnot, then, you know, you can pop in these discussions here. And as time goes on and the members start to use this, then obviously the more conversations will start happening. So let's see what we've got. We've got Annabelle posted in the net zero. Oops. Yeah, so Annabelle owns and runs Creative Twist, and she does a green web hosting for businesses. So, you know, that's an opportunity for Annabelle, you know, within that net zero topic, to be speaking to people about what she does and obviously how she can help businesses become net zero through their web hosting. You can create new discussions here as well. The discussion forum isn't restricted to, you know, the amount of comments or the amount of posts that we have. And in time, we will be able to search the discussion posts. We are also building in reactions, you know, so if you don't have a specific comment to a discussion, but you really like it, you know, you can use the applaud, you can use the love, you can, if it's something a bit more emotional, you know, there'll be a sad, they're not called emojis, I'm going to call them emojis, but they're the little emoticons, I guess you would call them. So we'll be bringing them in shortly as well. And I think that's all from me, to be honest. Ross, have you got, if I stop sharing?
Yeah, I've just got a couple other wee things to quickly show. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, so one thing that I didn't show up here was event bookings. This is quite cool as well. So we'll list all the events that you've been booked onto, and for upcoming events you can add as well as cancel. So that's available within this sort of panel here. Handy if you want to look back on some of the sessions that you've attended previously, as well as managing bookings for your team as well. Sometimes we got one person that manages it for a number of different people, and rather than going in between sort of Sarah and you know, a couple of people at the chamber, it can all just be managed centrally from this panel. Just another pretty cool thing, we get asked quite a lot for membership certificates. So you'll find down here on the left hand side under benefits, membership certificate. Whoops, that's not that was working half an hour ago, but you should be able to click there and download your membership certificate straight away. Absolutely typical. We've tested that 100 times this morning already and it's not working, but we will investigate that right away and get to the bottom of it, because
That's your dodgy Wi-Fi, Ross, because it's working for me.
Is it working for you, is it?
Yeah, it's fine for me.
Oh no, there we go. There we go. I was about to say, I was convinced that it was working earlier. So yeah, really simple. Just click download it and you'll have your brand new certificate. We've also got a couple of other things like member offers down here as well. So you can submit a member offer to appear on the website. So this is if you want to create an offer for other members. Really straightforward. You just click on submit offer, fill in the details here of what the offer is all about, and then submit it. So it's really straightforward, and it's just an extra string to your bow, I suppose, and an extra opportunity to promote what you do, particularly when you are offering a special rate or a special service for other chamber members. It's a great way to get your name out there. You can also manage your room bookings from this as well. So very shortly, we will be opening the chamber offices back up for room hire. So if you wanted to book any of the rooms for meeting clients or doing training or whatever you want to do, you can manage it all through this panel here. So we will probably communicate to our members in the next week or so about when exactly we're opening up, but it literally will be in the next couple of weeks. So we'll be delighted to welcome people back in real life, and yeah, you can take full advantage of any of the rooms that we have available just by clicking on this bit here. I saw a question in the chat just about updating your profile. Couldn't get some of the details to save. The button isn't amazingly obvious. Once you've filled in, if I change department for argument's sake, it's this button here, change details. So that's probably something we could look to just make that button a wee bit more obvious, or even just change the text to say save details or update details, or something that just makes it a little bit more obvious. But if you make any changes to your profile here, it's that button there that you need to click, and then that will update them. That is pretty much it from me. I think I'll pop back over to Sarah now, and Sarah's going to talk to us a little bit about the new brand as well.
Thanks, Ross. Yeah, so hopefully you've all seen that we've got a new logo, a new brand. You may not have seen, we had a few kind of animations flying around social media just bringing the brand to life. Again, as a kind of team, you know, when we were looking at the new website and also thinking about the chamber as itself, you know, we've got a pretty new, you know, I've been with the chamber now for 5 years. and there's only 3 of us who are still here from kind of 5 years ago. You know, we've got quite a new team, quite a young team, quite a vibrant team, engaging team, and we wanted a really brand that would show that as well. So we kind of sat down, we worked with Wendy and the team at the Malting House to come up with our brand and kind of who we were. So I'm going to show you, if you've not seen the animation, let me just quickly show it to you. But what this does is really just bring the chamber to life. You know, who we are, who our members are. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and do things at the same time, which I know I should never ever do. Let me just play this and hopefully the animation will say it all.